That's what Toby sounds like when he's striking prices.
Holy cow, we
Hey,
did great
everyone.
today.
Welcome to a new episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi.
My name's Toby.
And this is episode 34 of our AMA sessions.
And these are brought to us by our Patreon members.
Yeah, the CT Club.
Our CT Club members. And they can ask whatever they'd like, and we will try to get them answered as best as possible. We also have our trade alerts. We have our portfolio. You can see exactly what we're getting into within 5 minutes of trading.
And classes, which I think is most important. So let's get into our first question. What would you say are one or two important things a newbie should do to help them through the learning curve of understanding crypto? I think this is an important thing to understand, especially for most people, us included, who went through the traditional education system, the public schooling system, where you're taught whatever they shove down your throat. Now, as an adult or outside of that educational realm, you have to learn how to learn for yourself, like what works best. And I've learned, I'm going to use that word a lot in this answer, learn. I have learned that you need to understand what motivates you most, because that will keep you going and pushing further through the difficulties. Especially with cryptocurrencies, there's a lot of new words, new concepts. A lot of it is very abstract. And so I understand the difficulty of learning the space, because when I started this channel in 2016, I was coming from it as an outsider. I am not a computer analyst. I'm not a decentralized network systems operator. I'm not a coder. Learned to code a little bit, but that's, I'm not a software developer or anything. So coming from it from an outside perspective,
quite a bit since
it's been 7 years basically of me every day trying to learn new concepts. And over time, it's like building blocks. You can build on top of the other. You make new connections to previous things you've learned. You understand how, there's a lot to learn about. But anyway, yes, you need to understand what motivates you to learn. For cryptocurrencies, there's many different aspects to it. Is it just about making money? Is it philosophical for you, like us? The importance of decentralized systems in regards to wealth transfer and taking power out of these centralized authorities that have had it for way too long. Are you interested in the technicals of it, like how the code actually works? The smart contracts, the bugs. I mean, if you can get into coding and do these bug bounty programs for these DeFi platforms, you can make a decent amount of money earning this. And have a very valuable skill. Yeah. So if you're always looking for how to have an edge, especially if you're college age or in high school, learn how to code, learn these coding languages that are attached to these cryptocurrencies, and you'll have plenty of job opportunities in the future. Basically, you got to find something that motivates you, that will keep you pushing past that initial difficulty stage. And it seems like a huge hurdle, but if you just got to keep pushing through it, just keep trying to learn. However that works for you, whether it's like you won't move on from one topic until you feel like you've mastered it, or you want to be just a little bit introduced to different concepts. And then for me, that's how I learned, was like, it was really interesting seeing how everything is kind of connected and affects each other. And especially that's beneficial for you if you're in it for the long run. You can identify cryptocurrencies and projects that have red flags easily, and how it's going to be not so beneficial for them in the future based on a foundational level, how it's being created. It's a really interesting thing to get into, and it's so nerdy, but if you're interested, just keep going and focus on what's motivating you. It'll push you through. Next question. What's the best decentralized exchange that has most altcoins and doesn't require KYC? Well, if you're talking about most altcoins are Ethereum tokens. And so you're going to look at decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, Kyber,
Sushi,
1inch, Paraswap. I would err on the side of 1inch or Paraswap, because these are what they're called DEX aggregators, where they take the happenings of all of these other decentralized exchanges and they find you the options that give you, number one, the best price, and number two, the lowest fees. So 1inch and Paraswap are pretty cool for that. Uniswap has more functionality with being a liquidity provider and things like that. But best decentralized exchange that has most altcoins that doesn't require KYC would be obviously any Ethereum.
I really like Uniswap.
Yeah, but it's horrible with fees.
Yeah. I mean, it's super convenient.
Yeah, okay, Uniswap's a popular one for sure. Another one that you could look into is Shapeshift. This one doesn't require KYC and it functions with coins outside of Ethereum. So think like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. But the volume is probably a lot lower, and I'm not sure that the prices are as competitive because it's a pretty shallow market. Also, another promising one was Thorchain. But we all saw what happened with that one. It was hacked like a month ago, and then it was hacked twice in 1 week.
Yeah, it took a hit.
So I would stay away from Thorchain from now. For those of you who are curious, we're still holding it. We're not selling it because I do ultimately believe in the longevity of this one. I think it has potential to survive this hack, basically, is what I think. I don't think it's going to zero.
Of course it does. When code is breached, you know, it's repairable.
Yeah.
So, and that code isn't going to break at the same place it broke before.
They're pretty lucky that the guy who hacked it this most recent time was a white hat hacker, and he was doing it to teach them a lesson, and now he got like a 10% bounty off of it, which is awesome.
Pretty epic.
But yeah.
They're not all white hat hackers, guys.
No.
But this is like really good. So even if the bounty programs don't work, then, you know, sometimes you'll have white hat hackers that are like thoroughbred hackers, and they will be able to get into pretty much anything that has an attack vector. So yeah, that's really important, because once they show the vector that can be attacked, then they can go ahead and repair it. And code is repairable. That's why I don't worry about hacks too much, as long as, you know,
the only thing you should worry about is that if the developers are smart enough to patch the code. Attack vectors are there, but if they get repaired, you shouldn't necessarily worry about a bug, but you should worry about if the team is able to actually repair it to prevent it from happening in the future, and also be, you know, on it enough to see any future complications that could happen, potential problems. Sure. All right, that's going to wrap it up today, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you appreciate these videos, hit the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't yet to get your daily fix of all things crypto.
Stay disobedient.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.